Peace and love, everybody. Salute. Salute to all the great people. What's up, y'all? Okay. I wanted to speak a little bit, of course, about the fight last evening with Adrien Broner and Blair Cobbs. This one has me a little bit mixed in my feelings because there are a lot of aspects of it that would lean a little bit more to the congratulatory perspective. And then there's a lot of it that would lean in the opposite direction as far as my opinion of Adrien Broner. So I kind of have a more dualistic view on how I could approach the topic. But a tooth was taken from Adrien Broner last night, y'all. He touched the canvas courtesy of Blair Cobbs. This is wild to me, you guys. What happened? And I saw a lot of people, giving predictions in the lead up, to it and stuff like that, and on different platforms and across social media and stuff like that. Some people predicted exactly what wound up commencing. Some people had it, kind of, ranging a little bit more near to Adrien's advantage and, feeling that he would pull off the victory. So it was a kind of a split with that as well. Mixed reviews from the public perception. But what happened, you guys? Adrien, the problem, Broner, to me, and this is no shade at all, just an honest observation, looked like a 42-year-old man after retirement from boxing. That's what I was gauging. I'm amazed, real talk. I'm amazed. AB is only 34 years old, you guys. Same age as who? Anthony Joshua, EJ, and so many other beautiful men that are active right now of this age group and are excelling and are, warriors and active and, you know what I mean? Looking their age. He's only 34, and it's mind-blowing because that is not what it appeared to be in that ring. And honestly, that is not what it appeared to be considering, as far as Adrien Broner is concerned, for many years, that he is this young, you guys. That's a young man, Adrien Broner. But due to an undisciplined lifestyle, as we know, for so many years, inactivity, myriad personal challenges and ups and downs that he's been dealing with behind closed doors, he's aged about 10 years right before our eyes. And that was quite challenging to see, not only in the ring, but previous to that, just in my view of him in general, whenever I see him around, even just, somebody catch him on the fly or he goes to a fight or whatever. I'm like, wow, Adrien is looking, how old is he? It really, I had to sit down with the fact and look it up that he is only 34 years old. But, AB, as we all know very well, was the biggest prospect at a particular time not too long ago that we had seen in a very long time during his rise in boxing. Okay, he was the biggest prospect at that time. He was a child prodigy, you guys. And there was no doubt in anybody's mind that he would not inherit the crown and be next in line to rule after the King TBE. That everybody just knew what time that was. Okay, he was a shining star. He was fast, he was sharp, he was mean, humorous, charismatic, flamboyant. I mean, everything that can captivate, that can repulse, that can inspire and entertain the boxing world. He was all of that times two. Okay? Love him or hate him, we absolutely knew that there was indeed a problem on our hands when he was in his prime. Everybody knew that. And it was a sight to see. Now, I'm not going to go into his, personal life because that is not something that I do. Okay, that's not my place. But I will say that whatever it was that he had been going through for the last several years, he managed to shake it off. Okay, he managed to shake all of that off long enough to once again step in the ring after God knows how long. Okay, and not only step into that ring, but headline a show in Florida with the backing of the legendary Don King. Okay, AB looked good on the scale during weigh-ins, y'all. Did y'all see that? Did y'all peep that? I was like, my goodness, I haven't seen AB this slim. I can't even remember. He made the weight. Okay, I was happy to see him in such shape because it showed that at least for the duration of his training camp, he was working hard and he stayed focused enough for the weeks that he dedicated himself. And that was great to see. I was all for it. Okay, during the build-up presser, he looked good. Okay, he was talking his shit. Okay, he pulled out that radiant, magnanimous energy that he's known for, that offbeat, unexpected, unabashed behavior. Okay, all of that was fully on display. And the same thing with Cobbs. You got to give Cobbs his credit too. It was absolutely hilarious watching those two go back and forth. Cobbs was also great. And actually, at times, it was Cobbs that managed to leave Broner speechless, you guys, which says a lot. You got to be a motherfucker to get Broner to sit quiet at some shit that you say. Okay. It was funny. It was funny. So very entertaining build up. Now, as for the fight itself, you guys, AB had some good moments, okay, in certain pockets of the fight that I observed, okay? He had some nice uppercuts that he threw. He landed some he missed, but the fact that you know what I'm saying? He managed some nice right hands here and there. He threw a nice hook or two. You know what I'm saying? He had some moments that rocked Blair. And after the fight, you see the aftermath of Blair Cobbs' face, his eye, the bruises across his head. Adrien had some effective work done in that ring. However, unfortunately, y'all, once again, he just was not as active as he should have been in the overall sense, in an all-encompassing way. The effectiveness just wasn't, the output just wasn't up to standard. Okay, he mostly threw single shots. Okay, I didn't really see any combination work. He barely went to the body. He locked up and shelled whenever Cobbs threw, and he didn't follow up with his own onslaught. After receiving, the punches from Blair, he kind of just, he kind of just took them a lot of the time, just stood there and took them at certain moments earlier in the fight. Also, for much of the fight, he fought Blair's fight from my observation. Blair was the one dictating the pace for much of the bout. And even in the moments where it was Broner that was coming forward, it was still to Blair's advantage. It was still in response to Blair. He didn't really set and dictate the pace at any significant time in the fight, in my view. He stayed within Blair's range. Okay, he didn't have any visible bad intentions when he did let his hands go. It was a composite of different things, I believe. Blair, of course, knocked him down in the second round with a powerful left hand. Okay, he swung that shit. I got to give that boy credit. And guess what, y'all? A tooth. I had to run the tooth back. It's just like, I couldn't, I almost had to rewind what the commentators had said. I'm like, wow, not a tooth after that knockdown. That was wild to me. Real talk, it seemed to have taken that knockdown to kind of loosen Broner up a bit, kind of waken him a little bit. He did get a little bit more active, after the round of the knockdown, which was the second round. So I would say third, fourth round, he did open up a little bit as those rounds progressed. He got a little more active. I'd say particularly during the last three rounds was AB's most effective rounds from, let's say, 7 to 10 or 8 to 10. He had been putting a little bit more work in during that time, but it didn't make a substantial enough mark. Okay, it didn't impact Cobbs enough. So Cobbs got the victory. He got the victory in that matchup. I believe it was reported that AB suffered an injury and was brought to the hospital. I believe it was due to a broken hand. So I hope that he's well. I hope that he makes a nice recovery overall. I must admit, you guys, that given all that he had been dealing with behind the scenes, the fact that he managed to get through a training camp and step into a ring to fight and headline, it says a lot about AB's capacity. Okay. Many people couldn't pull that off. So all the respect is due to AB for that innate warrior mentality, for that innate muscle memory that he has, for being an elite for all the years that he had been, 4-division world champ. He is no sucker, and he's definitely made a beautiful mark in the sport, even though it seemed to me very short-lived. He is, a warrior, and he put in some effective work for whatever duration he managed to, hold that type of position in the sport. I don't know what his next step will be, what his next chapter will be. I know right now a lot of the boxing world is pondering about his retirement and asking all types of things concerning retirement and if it's something that he should consider. Of course, to me, the only person that can answer that call, the only person that can pose such a position on that matter is AB himself. Okay, I definitely want to see him, though, whatever decision that he makes, healthy and living a lifestyle that is conducive of clarity and balance, because it all starts from there. He is still a young man. I can't say that he can make a complete turnaround from all that he's been through, but certainly a lifestyle that is focused, a lifestyle that is disciplined and serious about one's peace, about one's effectiveness and balance is a lifestyle of success, no matter what you are, what you're doing or what path that you choose to take. So whatever that looks like for him, he'll need to find it in his own best interest to attain that and uphold that for himself and his family moving forward. And make the best decision for himself that he finds, fitting for himself. So shout out to AB. Congrats to Blair Cobbs on a very entertaining buildup. They put on a fight for the people. So respect to both men. Anyway, that's it for me, you guys. I'm on to the next. Peace.